Hello there guys, welcome back to a new video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what should hopefully be taking me to the Nurburgring. I don't know what I've titled this video yet. I've got a few ideas in my head, but you'll probably know, well, you will know what it is if you click on it. But yeah, I think it's a bit different. So yes guys, I have got myself a 2007 Volvo V50, and I don't know why I've got myself a 2007 Volvo V50 because I've never even considered a V50. It came up cheap, it was blue and it had nice wheels, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, I really don't know why, I don't know how I've got it or anything, but yeah, this is the car that should hopefully be taking me to the Nurburgring. I've had it about a week already, which is why it's a bit dirty in the shots that you just saw. I've been using it every day to get to and from work and, you know, doing normal stuff. And yeah, that is what's taking me to the Nurburgring. So let's have a look around it. I'll show you some of the features it's got, etc, etc, and we'll go from there. So the first interesting thing about this is the key. It's actually more of like a fob. Like, this is all plastic. There's no like actual like key bit, shall we say. It's just a fob, and it gets inserted into the dashboard for those of you that don't know Volvos. Now obviously this is the R design, so it comes with like a slight body kit to it. It comes with nice bigger, you know, bigger, nicer wheels, which I do really like. These don't even know what size they are, to be honest with you. Can't see. What about on this one? Can I see it on this one? These are 18-inch alloys. Wow, I never knew that. These are 18-inch alloys and they suit the car really well. And obviously the car, as you can tell, comes in a nice metallic blue, which has been contrasted very nicely with like matte chrome like mirror caps. And it all together, the matte chrome again going onto the grille, and like I was about to say, altogether it comes together really well as a car. It looks very, very smart. And yeah, if I take you onto the interior, I do apologise if you can't hear me, it is very windy. But here is the interior. It's got the two-tone blacky grey leather with, I'd say white, I guess. It's got R design embroidered into the back of the seat, which I've only just noticed that. Obviously looking over the dash, it's definitely interesting over the dash. If I hop in quickly, actually, we'll take a look over the inside and then we'll go back outside. It's just bloody freezing. So yeah, like I was saying, the key goes up there, the little fob, boop, boop. So, you know, this is the bit that interests me. So this is obviously the centre stack. You've got the radio settings up here. You've obviously got your climate control, stuff like that. But it floats. Or should I say, you know, not floats, I don't know, but it's like all lifted up and it's almost like it's floating, and I really think that's a really cool design idea. Now this car being the R design, it comes with dual zone climate control with various different settings, as you can see pictured. It's got heated seats which work very, very well. It's got the upgraded sound system in it. It's also got sat nav, which is located up there. It's got auto lights, which are back there, which is quite nice. Obviously, you've got your audio controls on the steering wheel. You've got cruise control settings as well, which I don't know how to use cruise control. It's all tied up to a nice 6-speed manual gearbox, which is a very nice gearbox. I thoroughly enjoy this. This is very nice. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it's got electric folding mirrors and electric mirrors. It's got electric windows all round. So it's, yeah. And other than that, there ain't really much else to say about it, to be fair. Now, this car is on quite high miles. So if I flick the ignition on, as you can see, we are on 156,000 miles with this car. So, you know, for a diesel, it's not too bad, I suppose. But yeah, it's higher mileage considering it's year. It also comes with a auto dimming rear view mirror. I don't know if you can see the little sensor. So yeah, let's hop back outside very quickly. We'll talk around the exterior a little more. So yeah, like I said, it does come with a slight body kit, so you've got like slightly more exaggerated side skirts. I'm pretty sure there is an optional front lip, which this car for some reason don't have. Although I do think this front bumper is slightly different. The rear bumper is definitely different, I know that, because you've got like the rear lower valance that goes round, and you've got the nice little spoiler. And yeah, other than that, she ain't too shabby, I suppose. Regarding the boot space, not huge, but it's alright, I suppose. I mean, it is an estate car, so it is bigger than normal, but it's not a huge estate car like my Accord was. So let's drop that. Yeah, I'm honestly, this is probably one of the most boring cars I've ever bought, and I've ran out of things to really say about it, I'm not gonna lie. This definitely is not going to be a content car, or at least, you know, like a project car for the channel. I'm pretty much just going to leave it as it is. In fact, I'm going to hop back inside and let's talk about the plans. So yeah, the plans with this car. Now obviously it is high miles. It's on 156,000 miles, which is quite high. So basically I've bought this as sort of a flip car. That's the idea. Excuse me, I am quite ill, not gonna lie. But yeah, I've bought this as a sort of like a flip car. Now obviously, like I said, this is gonna take me to the Nurburgring. Hopefully, if there's nothing wrong with it, which we'll get on with in a minute. Yeah, this is hopefully gonna take me to the Nurburgring. I've probably said that about 80 times already. So that is where the content from this vehicle is going to come from. But regarding that, nothing else is really going to be done. I've had a quick look through the paperwork, which there is no paperwork, but I've looked through the service manual, and this has full stamp service history up to 141,000 miles, I think, or somewhere around there. With one of the recent last services within the last sort of 40,000 miles, having a cam belt done. So fingers crossed that don't need doing. I hope it don't anyway. Apparently it's an easy job on these, so I might just do it for peace of mind. Apparently it was serviced as well before I picked it up, which I do sort of believe, because the oil did look quite clean when I did pick it up, which was quite nice to see. So I do believe it has had some form of recent service, but for my own peace of mind, I'm going to go through service it again. Like I said, we're going to get onto issues in a minute, but I'm going to do a full service, so all the filters, oil, stuff like that is all going to be changed, and possibly a cam belt at least before we go to the Nurburgring, just so I know it's safe for the Nurburgring. But yeah, so let's crack on and talk about what the issues are. So obviously, this won't be my car without it having issues. The first of which, my climate control does not work at all. AC, don't work. Hot, don't work. Cold, don't work. Any form of fan, don't work. I've already got this diagnosed. Now, this is another reason why I'm led to believe it's been serviced recently. I've already got this diagnosed, and I do think the blower motor has actually packed up itself. Reason why I think that is because one of my mates had a look at the cabin filter and a couple of other bits under the dashboard, like around the glove box area, and the cabin filter is actually very clean, which I am glad, because it is an arsehole job to do on this car. It actually involves removing one of the ECUs for the car to get to it, so it is quite an arsehole job to do on this. So that has actually been done very recently. It's very clean, so that's a good sign. But yeah, my mates ran a few tests on it, to like voltage output, stuff like that. We're getting voltage from the switch. The blower motor did attempt to kick in at some point when we was messing around with it, but it just failed to. So we know it's not a fuse or anything like that. So that's why I'm led to believe the blower motor has packed up. Now, obviously, like I said, I have bought this as a flip car. So, unfortunately, this is not going to be a job I'm going to tackle because the blower motor is like right up the very top of the dashboard area. In a very irritating spot, in fact. And it will require a lot of work to do. And it's just not work I'm willing to put in, especially on a Volvo, because from what I've read, the electrics and stuff on these are very, very sensitive, and it's very easy to like immobilise the car and stuff like that when you're playing with electrics for this thing. So I'm just not really willing to risk that sort of damage, mainly because I haven't got the money to you know, fix that issue if it becomes an issue. Yeah. So that is not being done, but like I said, the cam belt, water pump, all that sort of stuff is being done, and the service. But other than that, this car don't really need anything else. I've booked it in for window tints because I know a lot of people, when it comes to family cars, like privacy glass and stuff like that. It seems to be quite a trending thing at the moment. So I'm going to get the windows tinted, which is already booked in, like I said. So yeah, I'm also going to get a sun strip put on as well, but not like one that I've had on like the Corolla or whatever. It's just going to be like a tinted strip, so it looks a bit like OEM plus. Just makes it a bit more sellable, because like I said, I'm not going to win anyone over and hopefully make a profit on this car based on the mileage. So why not just make it really well maintained, give myself a day one for like service records and stuff like that, start this thing fresh. Make it a bit more appealing to the general public. Like I said, it's going to have privacy glass, i.e. tints, stuff like that. All of the wheels are in really good condition. I am tempted to get them powder coated like a gunmetal grey or something. Just something, again, a bit more OEM plus and a bit more like attractive to the eye, if that makes sense. I have also got wind deflectors to go on this car as well. Again, it's just trying to do these little tweaks to make it more appealing to like more people, because I'm not going to go ahead and lower it and modify it and go all out crazy on it, because I'm not even crazy about the car. I've had the car a week and I'm bored of it. But I definitely want to try and recoup some money out of this, maybe try and spin a profit or at least break even on it. And yeah, that's the way that I'm going to go. So you guys are probably wondering, how much have I spent on this car? Well, I picked this car up for 1,800 quid. Now, if you look on like eBay and Auto Trader and stuff like that, the R designs with this sort of mileage are still going for around about the 2.5 grand mark. Some even pushing 3 grand, but I think that's lower mileage, stuff like that. And stupidly low mileage, like 90,000 miles, is pushing 3.5, 4 grand for these cars. So 1,800 quid, and the only major issue, shall I say, it's got at the moment being the fan, is not a bad deal at all. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my radio off, off camera and all that, unplug my FM transmitter, and let's start it up, hear how it runs, and I'm going to talk about one other thing. Right, so this is another issue, low bulb beam failure. Now, I've looked at this and I believe these have HIDs. Reason why I believe this is because this don't always come up. The bulb has not blown. After it's rained or something like that, this car does not like it, like at all. I don't know why. It just, the driver's side bulb just stops working, and I believe that this has possibly a faulty ballast, or maybe like the actual mechanism or motor for the bulb. Oh, it's just gone off. I wonder if it's just came back on. Fuck knows. Let me have a look. No messages. It's just fixed itself. See what I mean? Let's go and double check. Because I bet you the bulbs just came back on. Yep, there you go. Told you. So I do believe that it is just a faulty ballast or something like that, which on this car is quite expensive to replace. I believe, it being a HID, they are expensive. But yeah, as you can tell, it is purring away totally fine. Don't know if you can hear it. I'll be quiet for a sec. So yeah, you know, she's idling happy. revs up totally fine, you know, all of that stuff. But this is another thing that's bothering me, and this is why I'm hoping a bloody good service will sort it. When you're on idle, a lot of the time, I wonder if it does it in gear. No, it don't. When you're on idle a lot of the time, you can feel the car occasionally shudder, as if it's like misfiring or something like that. But it's not, because there's no codes for it. As you can see, there's no check engine light, nothing on the dash whatsoever to do with this. But it has this very faint shudder every now and then. At the moment, it's not doing it, but sometimes it does, which is really bloody weird. So I'm hoping a bloody good service will sort that out. I'm hoping it's only like a diesel filter or something like that. But yeah, so that's another thing. Also, on cold start, this thing heavily shudders for about 2 or 3 seconds, and there is a puff of blue smoke that does come out the back of the car. I'm hoping that that is just like excess oil that from where it's been sat or something like that. I don't know. I know it's not the turbo. I know it's nothing mechanical, like expensive mechanical or concerning mechanical. So again, I'm hoping a bloody good service sorts that out as well. I will obviously, if it doesn't, I will try and sort it out a bit more, or try and find out what it could be. But other than that, this car is mint. Like, it drives fine, it runs fine, it does everything I want it to do, and yeah, I like driving this car. I do like this car. It's very smart. It's nice. It does it, like I said, it does everything I want it to do. It's a Volvo, and I'm not 50 odd years old, and this is a very boring car. But yeah, I am literally dragging this video on now, and I don't want to, because I've ran out of things to say with this car. This is how enthusiastic I am about it. I've just ran out of things to say. I don't know what else to say, don't know what else to really discuss. I mean, obviously all the maintenance that I want to do to this car is going to work. You know, it's going on the channel. It's going to be a content car regarding that, but regarding the actual project, not really. Unless something dramatic happens, or I run into a shit ton of money that I can afford to splash out on this car, nothing else is really going to happen. But yeah, no, that's probably about that. I'm not going to lie. If you guys were shocked by this video, please be sure to give it a like. I've certainly shocked quite a few people turning up in this car. Quite a few people have laughed at me for it, but it's going on a road trip. Like, I haven't bought this for street cred. It's going on a road trip and then being sold. Like, that's that. But yeah, if this has shocked you, be sure to give it a like. I really want to know how many people it has shocked. Comment down below what you think of this car, or if you can help me with any issues that it's got. Maybe you guys might know a common issue with this that could be a simple fix. I don't know. But yeah, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, there ain't going to be very much content on this car at all. Just servicing and diagnosing the couple of small issues it's got. That's about it. But yeah, no, if you know, subscribe if you're new around here. I've got plenty of other projects going on, plenty of other videos to release, and yeah, I shall see you guys in the next video.